Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady. I have finally gotten my information organized to give a proper Zone 7 lilac guide. Now, I only have 3 varieties that I'm going to recommend, and I mislabeled the lilacs in my Sunday garden tour. So this is me fixing that, okay? So as you can remember, a few weeks ago, I did a video all about this one. This is Lilac Hyacinthiflora Excel. And you can see that it's still flowering, but it's just about finished. But I kept going on and on and on about how this was like the right fragrance. So that's the big issue. We can't grow Syringa vulgaris, the traditional common lilac that you grow in the north. Down here, really like zone 6 and south, they just don't tolerate our really high night temperatures. Also, we don't get cold enough in the winter season, and so they just kind of exhaust themselves and die because they can't go into proper dormancy. So I have been for years now, like 15 years, trying to find cultivars of lilac that survive in zone 7 that also smell like the lilacs that I grew up with in zone 5. And I have 3 suggestions. Excel is number 1. Now, because the lighting is terrible, I'm gonna flip this around and show you my other 2. Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that lilac. Oh my gosh. Now remember, this is 10 years old. No irrigation. Planted on the north side of my house in compost. Yeah, just in compost. I actually didn't know about Soil Cube when I planted these, so this is just like normal compost that you buy from a supplier. So this big flowered, super fragrant variety that I showed in my garden tour yesterday is not Lilac Sunday. This is also a variety from the hybrid species Hyacinthiflora, which is Oblata by vulgaris. And this is a cultivar called Declaration, also from the U.S. National Arboretum. And it smells exactly like what lilacs are supposed to smell like. My mom and dad were here visiting, you know, and they've moved from Michigan to South Carolina. And when my mom smelled this, like, she basically made the same face as me. Like, it just brings you back to, you know, simpler times. Okay, so notice the leaves on this, which I should have picked up on, are much wider, just like Excel. Totally makes sense. This is the same species as Excel, just a slightly later flowering form with darker, large purple flowers. Okay, so next to it is this much smaller form. And sorry, I just wanted to show that the little skipper is getting some nectar. I'm not gonna win an Oscar for my videography skills, y'all. Okay, stay on task, Bree. This one. So we were out here at my plant nerd party yesterday trying to identify these, and everybody's like, yeah, it's different species. Clearly, it's a different species. The leaves don't look anything alike. Flowers are much smaller. This is Syringa X Chinensis Lilac Sunday. This is Lilac Sunday, y'all. This one. This one is Declaration. Big difference between the two. I had them mixed up in my head. Now I do not. And I'm really happy to get to share this information with you because you can see they are both growing here. Again, north side of my house. They generally are blocked from kind of the hottest of the western exposure, but they're nice and big. Nice big trunks in there, surrounded by hellebores, if anybody's thinking of a companion plant. And I don't really irrigate these. Every now and again, I might run a sprinkler over here, but very limited. Here we have a fantastic fragrant lilac. This is Betsy Ross, a variety introduced from the National Arboretum. It's beautiful, pure white flowers. You can smell it from 6 feet away. And you see it's doing really well here in full sun at the Ralston Arboretum, flanked by roses. Well, I am thrilled to have the lilac mystery solved once and for all. And I am also really glad to be able to give you 4 really good variety suggestions for gardeners like me who want to have the scent of the north from the traditional lilacs, but live where they don't really want to grow. And in review, those are Syringa X Hyacinthiflora, Excel and Declaration. Also Betsy Ross, which I showed you from the J.C. Ralston Arboretum. That's a beautiful pure white. And then Syringa X Chinensis Lilac Sunday. I've had experience growing all 4 of those varieties. I have 3 growing here in my home garden. And I can say from experience that I recommend each of those so that you can have that amazing fragrance, but also live in a slightly warmer climate. Well, I hope this video will help guide you. I do wish that I had better sources for these, and I don't. So my recommendation would be to do some Google sleuthing, ask at your local garden center. And I know that the Ralston Arboretum frequently has lilacs included in their plant sales, and they have a members only plant sale happening right now. So that might be motivation for you to join the J.C. Ralston Arboretum and take advantage of all of their awesome education, in addition to, you know, being able to visit the garden and buy plants from them. But I can say I give a ton of talks and a ton of webinars through the Ralston Arboretum, and they have a great lineup for virtual education. So it doesn't even matter if you're not local. I would still recommend that you give the J.C. Ralston a consideration for membership. At least follow them on Instagram so that you can learn more. And I wish you all the best in your journey to grow lilacs in Zone 7. I know it's not easy, but it is possible. Thank you all so much for watching.